Hi again from down in the Ozarks. This here little episode is brought to you by Amish Wedding. Naturally good, sweet, pickled garlic. Yum, yum. Have you ever met any of those people who just seem to be a never-ending stream of stuff coming out of their mouth? Well, I would probably be that kind of person. I mean, you know. But I try to break it up into different things so I don't come up like some kind of walking, talking, I don't know thing that somebody wants to shoot all the time. Okay. Well, sometimes I might agree they should go ahead and just put a bullet in my head. Because some of this stuff is pretty heavy duty. Just like this one I'm going to attempt to open right here. As soon as my little Odell gets a handle on it. You might be able to hear it over there in the background. Well, okay, but meanwhile, look here what popped up. Breaking. Fox News fires Judge Napolitano after he proved Obama treason live on the air. And that's from the conservative dailypost.com. Okay, but here's the one I was trying to open up. Milwaukee Foster mother charged with brutal abuse of infant boy. A Milwaukee Foster mother, and doesn't she look like somebody's worst nightmare? What is on her head? Is that even for real? Or did she get a hold of somebody's mother's upholstery material fabric stash? Now see, I lost it going around, and this is a serious topic. I have to. As you grow older, let me tell you this, and you research this topic for any length of time, good long length of several years, you will find if you don't give yourself a break from it, it will crust you over. I'm serious. You will become a salty dog of this horrible kind of stuff. And I'm sure most of you don't want to become some kind of horrible salty dog on account of it. See, now I'm waiting for the extension killer ads or ads killer, and here's my little desktop, rainy mood. Some of my videos, I need to put those away, you know, like Maybe we'll get it here now. I get in these moods, you know. And it's been rainy today, and I started working on this, lining up my thoughts as I go, and then the computer started acting all like it was the master of its own destiny, and I'm in a lot better mood today than I was yesterday, but I got cold, so I had to put on long sleeves, and thought, okay, sit here and try to chillax a little while, and mellow out, lady, mellow out. Here we go again, over here. No, that's that, that's probably why. Okay. Here's some, Milwaukee Foster mother charged with child abuse broke the arms and legs, some in multiple places, of an infant boy who had been placed in her care by the state. Right there, by the state. That'll meat hack right there. Meat axe is what my mom would term it. According to a criminal complaint released Monday, the abuse is shocking, child advocates say, not only for its level of brutality. It is also shocking because it was inflicted by a foster parent and over a long enough period of time that the baby, while injured, should have received multiple visits from Child Protective Services. Well, how do we know they didn't? And they just didn't sit there and play some hands of rummy, or watch some soap operas, or pass their little bong or some kind of pipe. We have higher standards for foster parents. I'd like to see where they could prove that. I'd like to see that proven right there, because I haven't seen very high standards of any of them, have you? The executive director. Does that just sound all spoopy? Well, they got her all spooked up for her little place in life, don't they? Executive director of the Milwaukee-based child advocacy agency, Kids Matter, Inc. Yeah, that one mattered, huh? That one mattered for several broken bones in multiple places. That's how much this is a joke. The Kids Matter, Inc. Yeah, they matter ink on paper. When it comes to dollar signs and triple digits, yeah. That's where they matter. Okay, I gotta get through this. These babies are already traumatized by addiction and separation from their parents. Well, that I probably agree with. A lot of times, that's the truth right there. Our system requires bi-weekly case manager visits, nurse visits, regular doctor visits. But what are they going to do about it? The boy identified in the criminal complaint by the initials GJG was removed from custody of his drug-addicted mother when he was born. I don't always agree with that either. Because sometimes they'll say these people are drug addicted, have them go pay for their own tests. And then when they prove themselves not addicted, they still keep their kids. So this is the biggest game on the planet right now. But there's that. You can find it pretty much yourself. Milwaukee Journal. So you see what that led me to, just more anger. And I was doing a little bit of shopping, but I can put that aside now. And I don't know. People, please. I've prayed before, God, please guide me. When I lived downtown, I was still to the point. Every night I got down on my knees by my bed and prayed. And I hate to say that it didn't do me any good, but I don't know what good it did me. I'm not bashing people that pray or people that don't. But I know that if our situation had a prayer to begin with, it wouldn't have never started. Especially the way they started by a supposed anonymous call, it might have been, I can't remember, that they wouldn't tell me who had placed, because that was their policy, probably still is. That they had seen me drag my son, who was a wee little boy at the time, up the concrete steps. I've told you the story, so I'm not even going to go there. The end of that supposedly was the caseworker closing with, well, I hope you understand we get these calls and we have to follow up. But then you just see those ones like I had just pointed out with the foster mother who broke that infant boy's bones. Oh, we get calls, but we have to follow up. They didn't follow up that one. The article said so. That child should have received multiple visits in that length of time. And then I brought up the scenario or the possibility that maybe they did. Maybe they used that foster mom's house as a rendezvous point, and excuse me, let's get out of work a while and go over here to foster mom X's house and just hang around there for a while and do what they do. They call those drive-bys, or they drive by a place instead of actually going in and doing the home visit like they're supposed to, like they're paid to do. One of those get out of work scams, Like if it was school, they'd be playing hooky. They'd skip. So anyway, yes, I am back on here rattling my brain. And I still, even when I don't do these videos for a while, there's not been one time when someone approached me and say, I watched your stuff, I read your stuff, and I'm here to help you. Never. I even asked a person this morning who I'd been online friends with for probably over 10 years if she would critique my last screencast, the one that was the last one this morning. Since then there's been a couple. That if she'd do a screencast knowing what she already knows and play mine and pause it and ask a question or make a statement or whatever. Stop, go with the screencast. No input. For some reason, and I had heard it said round table at 12-step meetings in the past. That you are your own best friend. And I believe that. As long as I've been on my own. How would you like someone to do you like they did me? And by they, I mean the step thing. By saying, oh, she's out running around with her girlfriends all the time, while I'm there at the house getting raped 2 or 3 times a day. You know where that puts me? Aside from it putting me in a lie, it puts me out to the wolves. There's no one out there. That would have been their job to prove anyway. This whole thing is just so many different kinds of effed up. I don't know what to think anymore, I really don't. The world used to be a halfway decent place, but now I really don't know. I see enough from my desktop that I don't really want to see anymore. But I am going to open that article back up from out of my mail. If I can get there pretty quick. And share it on Facebook and probably link it with this video. Unless I filed it already.